They believe it's going to be better.
Don't give up hope. You'll be a reporter someday.
Hope. It is the only thing stronger than fear.
It gives me something I didn't have before tonight.
What's that?
Hope.
All those movie clips had one thing in common: hope. But what exactly is hope? Havel, the Prime Minister of the Czech Republic, describes hope as not having an expectation that it'll turn out a certain way, but knowing whichever way it turns out, it'll make sense. Psychologists believe hope might be one of the most important emotions we can express. They say hope is key to aging well, performing academically and athletically, and it is key to living a life filled with health and wellness. Anthony Sciali, a PhD professor at the Kennan State College in New Hampshire, describes hope as a self-perpetuating feeling. Hopeful people tend to be more trusting, more open, and more vulnerable to other people, and tend to get so much more out of life because they're hopeful that they'll get there. Sally once said, hope represents an adaptive middle ground between overacting stress response and the disengaging giving up complex. One of the most hopeful stories of the Bible is the story of Queen Esther. Esther was an exiled Jew living in Babylonia. During this time, the king fired his wife and ordered for a national beauty pageant, similar to The Bachelor. Against all odds, Esther was chosen as the next queen of Babylonia. At that same time in Persia, the Jewish people faced a genocide, and against everything, Esther took courage and risked her life and approached the king and revealed herself as a Jew herself and saved the Jewish people, giving them hope for their future and for the lives of their children. Another great example of people taking courage leading to hope is World War II. One great story from World War II is the story of Corrie ten Boom. Corrie ten Boom lived with her sister and her father and lived a pretty normal life. However, as World War II approached, they were faced with the opportunity to save the lives of Jews and hide them. She described this journey in her book, The Hiding Place. Them helping Jews saved many people's lives, but in the process, they were caught and taken to prison. In the first prison they were at, Corrie's father died, but her and Betsy stayed alive. They both got sick, but they stayed alive. Right before they were taken to a concentration camp, Corrie's nurse that was taking care of her said, "I'll give you 2 things. I'll help you out." So Corrie asked for a Bible and medicine. As they went to the concentration camp, they were told to leave everything behind. But her and Betsy both knew they needed that medicine and the Bible to help them. So they courageously held on to those 2, and even knowing that if they were caught, they would be killed right there and then, they held on to those. And throughout the whole time they were in the concentration camp, they gave hope to themselves and the women around them through the medicine and the Bible. At the end of the time they were at the concentration camp, Betsy died through illness, which left Corrie alone and in a pretty hopeless situation, knowing that she wasn't doing the best and she probably would die there also. But that didn't stop her. She still held on to hope. And after that, she spent a life telling people all about her story and giving people hope for their futures. You might wonder, how does this even apply to me? We're surely not in any of the situations Esther or people of World War II were in. But let me tell you, hope is key to our daily lives. As high schoolers, we have to have hope in our future. Even when the day seems horrible, we have to take the courage and go after everything and have hope that what we're doing will actually benefit us.